Yo, it's your boy Luke Lee, aka LX2, and I want to talk about this shit, man. Stuff that's been on my mind lately is that people act like America is terrible because of different things, and they're missing the big picture on why everything seems so damn terrible right now. You know, they blame it on politics. You know, they blame it on racism. They blame it on liberals. They blame it on conservatives. They blame it on Democrats, Republicans. Blame it on police. I mean, a bunch of nonsense. But let me tell you what the problem with America right now is. The problem is, ever since 9/11, we've been split as a country. We've been split on all kinds of shit. Prior to that, you could talk to someone about what's on your mind, politically, religiously, whatever, and overall, most of the time, it was all right. There wasn't disputes, there wasn't fights. I mean, you could still be friends with people, you could still be cool, you didn't agree with them. But after that, I don't know what happened. Like, we just got split down the fucking middle. And everybody is to blame. I mean, everybody. Because for every single fucking issue, everybody thinks they gotta take a side. They have to take somebody's side. It's either one side or the other. You can't be in the middle. You can't be indifferent. You gotta take a side, and then when you take a side, you're all in. And when you're all in, that's where there's a fucking problem. Because then you're creating a situation where you're gonna have a problem with the person that's all in on the opposite side. I mean, it's everywhere. It's like, you know, with gay marriage. You're either for it or you're against it. And if you're for it, then you got to have a problem with people that are against it. And if you're against it, you got to have problems with people that's for it. If you're a Democrat, you got to have problems with Republicans. If you're a Republican, you got to have problems with Democrats, liberal, conservative, whatever. If you're Christian, you got to have problems with Muslims. And then there's the Black Lives Matter shit. I mean, that to me is a big fail. It's a big fail. It may have had an honorable purpose initially, but it's a fail because now you got all these black folks. It's either us or the police. So you got all these black folks, they say support Black Lives Matter. And if someone supports the police, they got a problem with that. That's fucking ridiculous. But the thing that's even more ridiculous is the people on the other side. Is that the people that say we support the police, they're okay with cops shooting people, saying, hey, the person shouldn't have been doing what they were doing. And it's some bullshit. And what it's doing is it's causing tension. We got all this tension between us. It has nothing to do with the government. It's us. We're responsible for it. Us as the people. And we got to cut out all this bullshit and stop taking sides. And we got to work together. Work with each other. Now, I'm not saying we're going to agree on everything, because we're not. And some things we don't agree upon, we either respectfully discuss it and honorably disagree. Agree to disagree. Or we don't talk about it at all. If you're a person that's that sensitive about it, don't talk about it. And there's a lot of people that's like that. They'll talk about what they believe. And you see this shit on social media and everywhere. They talk about what they believe. And as soon as someone says someone says something different than what they believe, then they start tripping the fuck out. Even though they're the one that started the subject matter. They're the one that started the dialogue. But they get upset because someone has a different opinion than them. So what we need to do as America is we got to stop buying into bullshit propaganda. We got to stop allowing ourselves to be brainwashed to think we got to pick one side or the other and think for ourselves. You're allowed to be indifferent. You're allowed to be in the middle. As long as your thoughts aren't hateful, as long as you're not a bad person, an evil person, then it's okay to feel the way you feel and think the way you think and have whatever opinion. And it's okay to have that opinion without having a problem with someone who has the opposite opinion. You know, now if someone says something like they want to kill children, or they think rape is okay, or, you know, it's okay to give children drugs or some shit, then that's, you know, of course you're going to disagree with that. That's fucking ridiculous. I mean, that's common sense for you. But when it comes to other stuff, just agree to disagree. Or be willing to get educated. Be willing to see other people's perspectives. Something. We got to get together. We got to stop this bullshit. We got to stop having problems with each other. Because the longer we continue to have these problems with each other, the longer we're going to split. And the longer we split, the more we're going to be angry. And we're going to blame the politics. We're going to blame the people that vote for them politicians. We're going to blame people that have different opinions than us. But we're all in the same country. We all should be living together. We all should be getting along. We all should be okay. Don't be calling other people sheep just because they disagree with you. Don't call people ignorant because they disagree with you. Don't argue with people because they disagree with you. Don't call them uneducated. Don't be willing to lose friendships. It's okay for a person to not like guns, and it's okay for a person to want to have guns to protect themselves. And it's okay for us to disagree on that. But we don't got to have problems with each other over that. I mean, the issues are limitless. It's limitless, and it needs to stop. We need to get together. We need to work together. We need to get along. And, you know, that's been on my mind for a while, and I just wanted to get that off my chest. Luke Lee, a.k.a. LX2, I'm out of here.